So I'm sorry about that, but that got disconnected. I was looking for my voice recorder that says my documentary. And yeah, I'm getting sleepy again. That's the way I deal with depression. Like honey, but smells like rock. Only way I've known how to deal with it. But see if I can find it. You want to be careful with the. Do you know what I mean? It's just I'm just. Okay. Yeah, I get into my especially when it comes to my kids. Do you know what I mean? It's just I'm just expressing myself. I'm not do it at all. You know, I'm not about violence. I'm not about any of that. As a matter of fact, my business slogan is breaking abusive cycles, and that's any kind of abusive. A person can abuse, you know, the authority. A person can abuse, of course, the drugs, abuse their someone's feelings, abuse any kind of abuse. You know, somebody overtaking and just being so ugly with that, with whatever it is they are not grateful for, because that's what we do. We're not grateful, and we don't appreciate what we have, so we abuse it. Like my cell phone and watching YouTube all day long, I'm abusing it because I have it, and that's a abusive cycle that that just keeps going and repeating itself. But now that I put it down and on YouTube a lot, I'm not abusing it. And it's the same thing for recovery. Like if you're doing it every day, from the moment you wake up, from the moment you sleep, and from waking up, that's if you. It depends what kind of drug you're doing. It depends on that, and you're constantly doing it, and you won't stop for nothing in the world. And that's abusive. That's an addict. That's really an addict. Like say, like you said here, and of course my friend had what she had over there. To me, if I was an addictive person or an addict like that, my ass would have stayed over there doing what I had, But I'm not, because I have other things on my mind. I want to make sure my kids are able to be like, hey, when they come back, they're going to be like, hey, mom, what have you been doing all this time? Well, here, kids, this is what I've been doing, while I was missing y'all. This is what I was doing. And I don't want them to come back and be like, you did nothing with your life. You said that you kind of more or less put your emotions into words on paper. Mm-hmm. And it's not also like because I want to get something out of it, or I want anything out of it, but it's more like therapy, and it's more for myself than anybody else, because when I do it for myself, it's coming out of my heart, it's coming out of my soul. It's meaning to me because it reminds me that I'm still going and I'm still fighting for them within. And if I had all the money in the world, I would give up all the money in the world to hire every fucking lawyer in the world to get my daughter back. If I was a millionaire, you know? I would hire every fucking lawyer in San Antonio to help me fight for my daughter if I had the money. Because I didn't only lose my daughter. My son started hating me after I lost my daughter. Like, he started fucking hating me. So much. And I know he didn't mean it. He told me he hated me. And you know what? When I turned around, because I was driving, I turned around and I looked at him. He was crying. And he told me sorry. He apologized. And he goes, it's just because my sister's not here. And that hurt. So me and my son came to an agreement. And I was like, look, I'm going to keep fighting for her. And I'm going to do everything I can. But I told him, son, everything takes money. Everything, you need money to do things that God can't provide for us. And that's here on earth, you know. God can fight our spiritual wars and our wars we can't see, you know. God can do that, but we can't. But I can't fight for something I don't see, you know. I can't fight a spiritual realm. Only God can do that. And here on earth, it's a whole different thing because, you know, we're interacting with one another. It's, you know, the world has changed so much that everything requires money. And hiring lawyers requires money. So I told him, I was like, I'm going to keep fighting. And when I keep fighting, and when I get her back, I'll come back and I'll look for you. And I told him because I know it's killing both of us. It was destroying me and my son. My son was growing hatred. Like, that's the last thing I wanted for my kids, for them to feel hate, to feel anger, to feel like what I feel for John Littlesmith. Like, I fucking hate her. Like, I wish she was dead. Like, I wish I could have shot her that day. You know what I mean? Like, she shot me right straight in my fucking brain. When she fucking terminated my rights, she killed me with no hesitation, and she killed my children too. With no fucking hesitation. Without knowing who I was. She doesn't know me. She's going social media, but yeah, was I naked? No. Was I in a bathing suit? Yes. Well, then what's the problem? The current magazine's outside with bitches butt naked. And you want to come tell me this? No. Like, and that's the only thing they held against me. And I was like, so are you going to give me a drug test? Because I'm ready to take it. And she's like, no, that's not even about the case. I was like, what? And then she was like, oh, well, do you have any dreams and inspiration for your kids? And I was like, you know what? I'm going through so much right now, and you're going to terminate my rights, and you think I have time to think about something? I'm thinking about my life here. You're fucking taking my life away. You're taking everything that I fucking live for. You're taking my recovery. You're taking my sobriety away from me, and that's my children. My children are my sobriety. They're the only reason why I stayed clean. Because I used to be a fucking heroin addict before my son. I used to be real bad. Me and my ex-husband were out in the street. My ex-husband, I don't know if he still does, but he started shooting up. But I prayed and I got on my knees and I told God, please, the only thing that's ever going to change me is me having a baby or me getting pregnant. That's the only thing that's ever going to stop me. That's going to save me from not ending up in a ditch. And sure enough, like a couple of months later, I got pregnant for my son. And it wasn't my husband. Me and my husband tried to have, because he already had a daughter, so I thought it was me. I didn't have any kids. So me and my husband never had kids, but then my husband ended up with my best friend in my bed, that in my house where I supported him, and they were in bed together and stuff, and it just fucking, I threw him out, and then I met another guy, and freaking, that's my baby daddy. And me and my baby daddy may not have a good relationship, but he's a good dad. He's a fucking good dad, and I have nothing bad to say about him other than he's keeping my son away from me, and that fucking sucks. Like, he doesn't know how much damage he's doing towards me and my son, that he's making my son hate him more and more. And it fucking sucks that this world makes people hate so much. And it's not right. And then they wonder why people do what they do. Well, why are you doing what you do? Why are you killing this innocent woman for not having her kids? And then you expect me to be perfect, like a fucking house just built in freaking the Dominions? No, I can't be perfect. can't be perfect. I try to be. I got everything done that she asked me to. I did everything she asked me to. I even took fucking anger management. I didn't even need to. I didn't even need to. I even got a fucking scholarship and I didn't even need it. But I did it to advance myself because she called me illiterate. She called me illiterate during court. I was like, what? I was like, alright, fine. Well, that's why I ended up going back to school. I ended up fucking getting my high school diploma through Foster and freaking got that scholarship through Women's Independent Scholarship. They pay for everything. Everything. I mean everything. They pay for everything you need. All your necessities. Your rent, your light, your water, your phone, your gas. And then on top of it, gave you a $90,000 freaking grant. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But my goal was to get my bachelor's, get my freaking accounting, my freaking all that, because I wanted to run my own, like, my own freaking, not really a ministry, but, like, to help women that are going through the same thing I am. Or, you know, freaking giving them the utensils that I didn't have. Letting them know that there's somebody out there, that they're not alone, no matter who pushes them away or what it is. Even if they're addicts, there's somebody there, because even addicts need help. Because if we don't help the addicts just become more addicts. Because if you push them away, guess who they're running to? They're running right straight to that drug because you ain't want them. Or you ain't there. You ain't there to help them, so I'm gonna go freaking find somebody that's gonna help me. And if the drug's gonna help me for the moment, fuck it, I'll do it. At least that's what I thought. Like an organization or something? Yeah. Well, I ended up creating this place, you know, because I wanted to get out of the stripper scene. And when I was going to school and all that, I was like, let me see if I can get out of this. You know, I think I'm stable enough to get out of it already. You know, I had gotten to where I was satisfied with life, you know, having my apartment, my car, and going to school and stuff, you know, the way things were going. So I started going to these temp ready places. And there, you know, they send you to different jobs and whatnot. And, you know, I was doing that on the side. And then I was like, I got the newspaper one morning and I was looking through it. And I saw a lady, she was asking for help to do her house. And I went to go to the house and I stayed there for like a month or two. Maybe, I don't remember if it's long. But I stayed there for a while and it was pretty good. I loved it. You know, I wouldn't have changed it for the world. But I ended up getting arrested for, I forgot what it was that I got arrested for. But long story short, that's what, I was like, you know what? I'm going to create this business, not for another housekeeping place. Not for somebody to hire somebody, not to hire somebody just to hire them, because anybody can hire a housekeeper. Anybody can go online or, you know, whatnot. But I want someone to hire say for instance, I had the organization running and stuff and girls were already coming. I wanted them to hire my girls to clean their house for the purpose of the cycle. Yeah, I get it. So you're not only helping, so she's not only helping you, but you're helping her to get out of the abusive cycle. Because if she doesn't have no high school diploma, she don't have no degree like I did, where's she gonna go? She's gonna end up in the strip club, in the streets, or she's gonna end up somewhere she don't want to be. So what other alternative? I was looking at my way of the way of my life, the way I was walking at that moment, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll do this and I'll do this. Well, then meanwhile, while I was looking for a job or whatever, I think I got out of jail. I got out of jail when after that job, I got out of jail and I started looking for a job again. I started putting applications and this and that, and when I ran into an old friend, George Frederick, at the Hope House Ministries right down Cherry Street. It's 430 Cherry Street. I started volunteering there. And, well, at first I was going in there to look for jobs, and, you know, he knew me when I had my daughter. So, you know, he was always, he was like a mentor to me, you know, inspiration, motivator. everything that I like and don't like as a dad. You know what I mean? Because dads are good, but we don't like them because they're strict and they're telling you the truth, and you know what that kind of person is. Well, he always says this. You don't like the way I cuss? You ain't gonna change me, and I ain't gonna change for you. So if you don't give a fuck, get the fuck out of here. And and that's just using everything as an example that you be yourself. Don't be somebody you're not. Don't go after something that's not you. Don't do something that's not gonna be for you. And he was always, be true to yourself, first of all. Love yourself, because if you don't love yourself and true to yourself, you're lying to yourself and everybody else. So then I was just going over there every day, and then all of a sudden it just came a routine within, going to school, going to work, and still working at the club, and going to the temp service and whatnot. Trying to enjoy life and work life and do everything at one time. It kind of went in with my schedule, so I fit it in. I was there from 8 in the morning to about 11 or maybe 2 when it closed. And then from there I would go to school, and then after school I would go to work. I would go to work. And then again at 5 in the morning I would hit the freaking labor ready. And then if they didn't have nothing there, I was like, okay, I'm going to go volunteer. I'll see y'all later. And then I'd be there till 2 o'clock. And then I would leave and go back to work at the club. And then my same routine again. Sometimes go to the gym, And, it was the same cycle. The same routine every day. Until I started getting sick. And I know it wasn't, a lot of people was always told me, oh, it's a drug. No. Because if you knew me like I knew me, you would believe in me that I quit. At least at that moment, even if it was for 3, 2 months, whatever, a month, I quit because something was bothering me. I quit and I stopped because my health was more important to me. I cared about myself. I wanted to know what was wrong with me. I wanted to figure it out. But once I quit, I got worse. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, man, I can't. I couldn't even focus no more. I couldn't even focus. So then I just started getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and I was like, what the hell? So I ended up at the hospital. I went to the hospital, and like, nothing's wrong with you, we don't know, they couldn't figure it out. So I was like, it's bothering my ears, bothering. And I went on like that for like a year or 2, maybe longer. I really can't remember the time frame, because when I've never really gotten sick in my life. So when I did, it hit me at the moment when I was grieving, when I was trying to get shit together, when I was trying to hold shit together. And, it was like everything just came tumbling down. I lost everything because I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't focus. I couldn't be myself because something else was trying to take over and get me sick, to where I started getting sick, ended up in the hospital. Man, I thought I was going fucking crazy. I ended up in the loony bin, and freaking crazy. It's crazy with my ears. So, my ears were really bothering me that bad. And then, when I got out of the loony bin, I freaking was like, okay, well, what could it be? I was like, I feel fine now. My ears ain't bothering me. I went home. I was good for a while. And then, what happened? I got back into my addiction, of course, because I don't praise the drug and I don't put it on a pedestal, but it got me to where I needed to be within, like, not really being a motivator, because I don't want to praise it at all, not even for a little bit, not even for a breath, but it did what it had to do to get me through these terrible, terrible moments in my life, to where I just wanted to kill myself, and it pulled me out of that. And I can at least say that it prevented me from committing suicide. And it's not something that I praise and I approve, but it did do something. So it's not like I went out there and I abused it or whatnot. There was a time I did abuse it when I first fucking lost. When they terminated my rights, shoot, I went like fucking crazy on that shit. But then when I realized that I really still cared about myself, that I really still love myself after everything that I've been through. I simply loved myself because if I didn't love myself, I would have never quit and gone to the hospital to find out what was wrong with me. Because nobody that cares about this is going to be like, I'm going to the hospital. I want to fucking just die. But if I truly cared about myself enough to go to the hospital and say, hey, something's wrong with me. Not for somebody to say, hey, you're on drugs. No, nigga, you ain't here to tell me freaking bring me back down, and you're here to fucking help me. I'll figure out what's wrong with my ears. But they didn't believe me. They're like, you're on drugs, this and that. I'm like, alright, fine. And I went to the ER a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie, and they said the same thing, and I was like, maybe, but that's what made me change. That's what made me stop. I was like, okay, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is a drug. Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Well, I said that in my head. And then I went home, and I was like, well, let's give it a shot. That's what the doctor says, and do it. I did what the doctor said. I quit. I stopped. But it got worse. It got fucking worse. To where I was... Through all that time, I ended up freaking moving out of that apartment because I thought, for a while, I thought it was an apartment. So I got out of the apartment and moved in with Robert Anderson because he was the only one helping me at the time. I don't know what the fuck his big ordeal was in my life, or why he was helping me, or why he was enabling me the way he did, or what purpose, because I really honestly did not need him for nothing. But since he was being nice and I saw that he needed a companion, like a friend, because that's all we were, really, honestly. And he needed a friend just like I needed a friend. Like I needed somebody to talk to, somebody older, somebody that went through life already to give me pointers on life. And anyways, long story short, I ended up moving with him. He ended up getting kicked out of his... No, wait. Backtrack that. I ended up getting with this guy that I moved in with. He used to be my friend. We got together. And Merce freaking did absolutely what I told him not to do because I was going to leave. So he did everything that he wasn't supposed to do, so I left him. Long story short, me and Merce were in the house. I kicked him out. He went to jail because I've pressed charges on his ass. Maybe he'll learn not to fucking do what he did again. Because I'm gonna be down with you. And I'm down if you're gonna come back and fucking still do it and haunt me. Oh, my neighbor, next time I'm gonna kill you. So before I kill you, I'm gonna call a cop company before I go to jail. Because honestly, I grew up with 5 brothers. I'll kick somebody's ass. And my brothers, when I was little, my brothers were fucking, man, they would get on my ass, freaking pull my hair, freaking make me mad, make me freaking go after it. And my brothers would freaking, we're teaching you so when you get older and a guy tries to beat your ass, you can beat his ass before he beats your ass. Because I guess, well, of course, brothers always know their sisters better than the next guy. So, Merce moved out, and long story short, Robert moved in. It was a 3-bedroom house. He moved in, everything was going peachy, everything was going fine. All of a sudden, AC don't work, toilets are flooding, can't pay the bills, ain't got a job, somebody stole my shoes, bank account's on zero, all my information is wiped off my phone, my dogs are missing, my cameras from outside are fucked up, somebody cut the whole... Man, everything wrong was going on. I was like, what the fuck? How are my dogs just gonna fucking disappear like that? American Staff Terriers, 3 of them. 3 American Staff Terriers from my backyard. And this motherfucker was bad. Bully? Oh my god. One time when me and my ex were in the house, we were arguing and whatnot. I don't know how the fuck that dog got in, because we didn't have no broken windows. I don't know how the hell that dog got in. But that dog was in there fucking on his ass when he was yelling at me. That dog was in there. So for that dog to do something like that and just disappear just like that and didn't end up at the doghouse, nigga, you best know it's a conspiracy. Yeah. You already know. And somebody fucking cut the cords on my fucking cameras? You know that's a conspiracy. Yeah. Are you fucking doing the same shit my ex is doing? You know that's a damn conspiracy. Oh, I'm going crazy because I think everything is a conspiracy? Well, let it be a conspiracy and fucking let me go crazy. I'm already crazy anyways. You know, I have to get the fuck out of here. So, long story short, I ended up with this other guy and did the same shit. I was like, alright, motherfucker, you think you're gonna get away with this? Get the fuck out of my house. That motherfucker did not want to leave. This motherfucker wanted me to beat his ass. I was like, motherfucker, you better leave because I'm not kicking your ass. So, yeah. And then there he was again. In the morning, I woke up, went outside with my coffee, and there he was. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I came to see you. I was like, well, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want you here. Did you just come over here to piss me off and get on my nerves? And he's just sitting there with his hat on, just smiling at me. I'm like, dude, get the fuck. Wow. I was like, what the fuck? And then this motherfucker was at my house fucking talking about, oh, she's a fucking whore. She'll suck your dick for $20. I was like, are you fucking serious? You want me to beat your ass, right? I was like, you need to get the fuck out of my house. You need to get off of my premises, sir. You are not welcome here. You are trespassing. So, he didn't want to leave. And then I started getting sick again. And I was like, I need to get the fuck out of this house. I was like, why isn't the AC working? Why isn't the fucking toilets working? They were working fine when I fucking moved in this motherfucker. And you say you're a fucking electrician and you fucking work at Johnson Controls? And you worked on ACs on top of it and this motherfucker hasn't worked in, what, 3 months? Motherfucker, are you inside the conspiracy too? Get the fuck out of my house. Motherfucker did not want to leave my house. That motherfucker didn't want to leave. Called the cops on him and told the, because he literally did push me on the floor. That nigga, Robert Anderson, did push me on the floor. I told him not to turn on the light at my house because it was running up electricity and I couldn't pay the bill because it was like $2,000-3,000. I go, no, I don't want the electricity on because I can't pay the motherfucking bill. And this is my motherfucking house and you ain't on the fucking lease. So you have no authority to turn on this light. So I told the cop that he pushed me down. Fucking, I don't know, they went into the room, into Robert Anderson's room, and they went to go talk, and the cop goes, well, you stay in your room, and he stays in his room, and blah, 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 and that was it. There's nothing I can do. Go fucking downtown and go put, fucking, what do you call those? I don't know what the fuck it's called, but an eviction notice, whatever. And I was like, how do you expect me to go to the fucking, I can't even go to work, man. And he was like, why can't you go to work? Why can't, dude, because this dude's inside the conspiracy too, man. I want him out of here. Fucking want him here, go over there with your conspiracy. I don't want nothing to do with y'all's conspiracy. Fucking going conspiracy crazy. So, after all that, you know, I ended up moving. I mean, he didn't want to move out, so I was like, fuck this shit, man, I'm out of here. My ass with the last little dollars that I had went to go get a hotel room. And I stayed in the hotels, you know, back and forth. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go back to dancing. And then I was like, fuck no, I don't want to go back there. So I didn't have no money, went back to the house. I was like, dude, you're still fucking here? You said you were gonna leave 3 months ago. He's like, yeah, I'm packing my stuff. I was like, alright, I'll be back. Well, how long is it gonna take you to move out? He's like, I need another week. I was like, alright, I'll be back in a week, you better be gone. So I come back that following week. The motherfucker's still there. Damn. So I'm like, alright, fuck, what do I do now? I ain't got no money, I ain't got no job, I want to keep my house, but I can't keep my house if this motherfucker's in there because I cannot sleep. I just want to take him the fuck out of there, and I just don't want him in my house. And that was point blank. Why don't you want to leave? Why? You got a motherfucking house down the street that's getting remodeled, why don't you go live in that bitch? I saw the fucking, what is this called, those fucking deeds? Yeah. So I went to the house, I got the deed, and I went to the house, right? I was like, this motherfucker's over here getting this house remodeled and shit over there, fucking up my house and shit. Man, he getting this bitch over here remodeled. Motherfucker, go live at your house. I was like, oh. I was like, hey, pick me up. He's like, where you at? No, I never at your house where you see it remodeled. Oh, and I had the deed in my hand. And he was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, come pick me up. So he came and picked me up. He's like, what are you doing over here? I was like, no, I came to see your house. And I was like, I need you to get the fuck out of my house. What the fuck are you doing? Come live in your house. He's like, no, I'm going through a divorce, this and that, blah, blah. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you're going through. But every time you're around, I'm sick. Obviously, that's a sign that I shouldn't be around you. So he didn't want to, I came back, that happened that. Well, he was still there that second time. I was like, you're still here? He's like, yeah, something. I don't know what the fuck story he gave me, but I was like, fuck, man. I fucking started going crazy, dude. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of my house so I can live my life. Because I feel like I want to kill you. I need you to get out of here because I want to kill you because you don't want to get the fuck out of here. So I was like, alright, what the fuck ever. I'm going to give you another week or whatever. I'll be back. I came back. He was still there. I fucking lost it, dude. I can admit that I fucking lost it and told him, you know what? You better call the cops before I do. Because I'm fucking tired. I've been asking you and pleading with you. I'm going to start throwing all your shit outside. He's like, you can't do that. I've been here, living here for so long. I don't give a fuck, man. Take me to jail. My dumbass. I love to throw knives at the wall. It's just a relief for me for some reason. It gives me something to do when I don't want to smoke, or something to do when I know I'm not. It gives me something to do when I know I'm not supposed to do whatever I'm not supposed to do. So there I was just sitting, you know. Well, when I got back home and I went through that ordeal with him, he ended up calling the cops on me and told the cops that I was threatening him with an axe. During that time, when I was living at my house, I used to work at, what's that place called? K-Max. Demolishing. And that job, because it was a stress reliever, you know, you were demolishing stuff. Well, a job can't even be any better. So, you know, it was helping me at the same time. So, yeah, he knew I had the axe, so he told the cop that I was threatening him with an axe. I was like, you motherfucker. After fucking 5 years putting up with your ass and you're gonna tell him that shit? Are you fucking serious? I told the cop, I was like, look, man, he's not on the list. I don't want him here. I already tried to get him here. Look at the police records. I've called and tried to get him out of here. Even after he fucking put his hands on me, they still didn't take him. But, oh, sure enough, they took my exes. They sure took my exes straight to jail, right? But why not him? Is he part of the conspiracy? I said in my head. I was like, all right, fine. I started giving the lady an attitude, you know. I started getting more mad with it myself. And me, I know when I'm giving somebody an attitude, I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do? I got, you know, I was, miss, please understand me. I was like, miss, everything that I own is in that fucking house. Everything that is the evidence to the case pertaining to my case with my children everything is in that house. I want him out of my house. I got all my evidence is in there. Everything that I ever worked so hard is in this house. I pleaded and I asked and I begged him to leave. I've already left the house. I've slept outside. I've slept at the park. Broke up with guys' hands down my fucking shirt. Miss, I've done everything I could to get him out of there. And she was like, well, why didn't you go file the letter and whatnot? I was like, miss, through all this, I just, you know, being sick, thinking about my kids, thinking about my future, you know, thinking about everything. Everything of everything. It's just, I was so just like wanting him to get out, like wondering why doesn't he just want to leave? Why doesn't he just get the fuck out? Why after, in my head at that moment when she was in front of me, I was like, why doesn't he fucking want to leave? Why would he say something like that knowingly, and first more, know that I'm trying to get my kids back and you're gonna fucking tell him that I'm being a threat to you after fucking 5 years? And you know I'm trying to get my kids back and they will hold that against me? You know that. That's why you fucking did this shit. That's why you told them that. But alright, my nigga. The fucking cops started fucking searching me. I was like, fuck, man, I had just came from my friend's house and my friend gave me all these knives and the knife that said Jesus and everything. And she started pulling them out and she was like, what are all these for? And I was like, miss, I just came from my friend's house and he gave them to me. And miss, I like to throw the knives at my wall. You can go see my wall. It had all those knife marks in there. Like literally. It had all those knife marks in there. And there's nothing in the world that, yeah. You know. Yeah. And she was like, you know what? I feel like you're a threat to yourself and society. I was like, what the fuck, me? I just want him to fuck out of my house. What are you talking about? Wow. He pushed me and everything. You're going to say, I'm violent? Are you serious? All right, fine. I'm not arguing with you, but if you feel that type of way, fine, take me. Take me. Fuck it. Take me. Give me the handcuffs. Put them on me. Let me put them on myself. I was like, you know what? Because honestly, at that time, after I told her everything I had to tell her, and how I felt and what was going on within my life and what I was trying to do. And, after I gave her that little peace of mind in my mind, I was like, you know what? Yeah, take me. You know why? Because I'm going to kill that motherfucker in there. It's better for you to take me than me end up in jail just because I'm trying to get him out of my house, I killed that motherfucker? That's fucking stupid. How stupid does that sound? I mean, I ain't gonna fucking kill you. Well, for what? I'm the one that's gonna end up in prison. Hell no, I don't wanna end up in that motherfucker. No way, no how. I won't even go. No way, I'm not killing even a fly. Because I'll get arrested for going and killing a fly. Fuck that shit. I ain't killing that fly or that roach. Because that's not me. You forgot what I stand for. What I lost my kids to. What I don't want to end up to. He knew that, so that's why he did what he did. And when he did that, he knew he was going to fucking get me pissed off more. He knew that I was going to get mad. He knew it. He knew what he was doing before he did it. He knew mixing his life with my life would make me look like I was involved with all his tranquilities and all the fucking mix. Whatever he's fucking mixed in. What the fuck ever he's doing. He wanted to come mix it with me so it could look like I was working with him. Like I was in cahoots with him. But I never was. And you can ask my brother to this day. We asked him, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you helping my sister so much? Why are you doing all this? Why? She don't want to be with you. She don't want nothing to do with you. Her son done told you. She done made a pact with her son. She done told you to your face. You ain't even fucking sleeping with a bitch. Why you want to be here and helping her? He's all, I don't know. I just know I do. And da-da-da. And I was like, dude, I don't know, man. But this nigga, I just told my brother, like, alone a while back. I was like, I don't know, but every time I'm around this nigga, I started getting sick ever since I came back from Houston with him. And, I was like, you know what? The officer took me away. I was in there for a whole week. I was in jail for a whole week. Ended up fucking MTRing on my probation. Subpoenaed by the court.
Oh,
You're gonna be here a whole week.
I wasn't in jail. I was in the hospital.
I was like, what the fuck? I've been getting videotaped this whole time?
In the hospital.
Golly, fuck. Where are my crackers and Gatorade? So, yeah, that's what I was doing, just asking for crackers and Gatorade every fucking hour. So, while I was there, they were... And this was like 3 days later, they're like, oh, do you know, by the way, you're getting recorded? I was like, are you serious? I'm in my nightgown. You know, me being a freaking jokester. So, because at the same time, I gotta keep that happiness inside of me, not to overcome my not letting the darkness overcome me. So that's why sometimes I joke around or I say stupid stuff, is because I gotta make sure Felicia is there with the fucking smile. Felice.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, so, while being in there, I was like, alright, I'm gonna fucking take a vacation. I just know that when I get out, that nigga better not be in my house. Because I ain't going through this for nothing. So I get out, right? As I get out the following day, or I get out, he's not there, and everything in my house is gone. Everything. Except for my hygiene and a little bit of clothes. My whole house.
Wiped everything.
Wiped everything clean. I was like, oh, okay, fine, guys. You could have that shit. I don't want it no more. I don't care anyways. Now, I was just sitting there in the house. I was like, man, this house gives me too many bad memories. Fuck, what am I going to do now? I don't want to bring my kids here. I don't even want to be here. I lost my dogs here. I lost my cameras here. I lost my sanity here. I was like, I don't come back to this. It's going to drive me crazy. So I ended up staying in the house for a little bit more while. I ended up going crazy, man. I ended up going crazy. You know why?
Why?
I thought fucking he was going to come fucking through the roof and kill me. But no, it was just like so many memories. I really looked up to the man. He really did take a part in my life too, where I thought, or I believed, I don't know, I can't say what his motives were, but from what I saw, he helped me enough to mix his life with mine. For some reason, I don't know why, but he helped me a little bit.
Overcome?
No, not really overcome. Financially. He helped me financially, I can say that. He did help me, and I really don't know what his motives were to help me, because I never asked for nothing. I wasn't that woman to be like, hey, I'll fucking do this for this, or, I was a woman that I was independent of myself since I was 14. You know, I love to work. I like to be independent of myself. I independent by myself doesn't mean, oh yeah, mom, I can't get a job till I what, 18? Alright, I'm gonna go sell candies in the fucking stores. You know those guys that were carrying the blue? Yeah, I was one of them. I was one of them, freaking doing that. But until I found out about stripping, then I was like, oh hey, got into that, and so I did that for a couple of years till I got pregnant for my son. I quit, and then went through the ordeal with my son. But that was more easier for me to take and respect because I knew where he was. I knew where he was sleeping. I knew he was with family. I knew he was with his dad. So I was more calmer. Like I was more okay with it because I knew where my son was, and I knew I needed work. I knew I needed to fix me before I can take care of my son. Yes, I'm a great mother. I'm not gonna lie. But there I was with no high school diploma, no nothing, nothing to offer. You know, I was living at my cousin's house, so I was like, I gotta work on me. It hurts, and it killed me a little inside. But I knew what was right and best for my child. I knew what was in the best interest of my son. And if his dad is willing to fight me for my son and his grandmother, then they're good parents. Both. I don't I don't appraise what they did in trying to keep him from me at the end. That wasn't right because they just complicated my life and they complicated his life. So I really do hold that grudge against them for that. Will I overcome it? No, because they're still doing it till today. And I understand they're trying to protect him and everything, but never, ever, ever would I, kid or not my kid, I would never ever touch a kid, hurt a kid, lay a finger bad on a kid. So now, if I was that type of mother, then maybe I would understand. Hey, they're doing it because I'm that type of mother, but I'm not that mother. I'm not that mother that picks up my son and go take him and abuse him, and there he comes back with bruises. No, that's not me. Never did he come like that. He didn't come into that earth like that, so he ain't going out that earth like that. And he ain't going back to his dad's like that because he didn't come with me like that. But there is one time, you know what these motherfuckers CPS did? My son had a big old gash on his fucking head. My son's over here telling me that his dad threw him a chair. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. He was a toddler. I don't know if he doesn't remember if whatever he got hit with was like, he was conscience out or what. His dad never told me the truth or whatnot. But I ended up taking him to the CPS office. I was like, look, my son has this gash on his head. I just got him from his dad. I don't want this to fall back on me. I no. And me and my sister's the one that took me. We went down there. You know what they did? They called my son's dad and withheld the child from me and gave him back to his dad. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? Okay, what the fuck ever. I'll deal with it some other day. And already going off on him because he had just dropped off my son to me, and when I went inside, that's when I looked at his head. I was like, what the hell? I mean, gash probably needed like 2 stitches on there. That's how big that gash was. And back then I even took pictures of it. I don't know where it's at, but that gash was pretty big too, where I was very concerned. I was very concerned. I think after that or something, I don't really recall, but I know I kept them from him for a while. When I think he brought him back to me or something, I don't know, but after that, I kept them from him. I was so concerned and so worried and so, and at that time I was living with my dad, and while living with my dad, I was like, you know what, he's fine here, I can bring him here. There ain't no bad or anything around here. There ain't nothing that, it keeps me away from my drugs. It keeps me away from the bad stuff. I'm with my dad. I'm in a good place where I can bring my kids where it's safe, where everything's good for my kid. Because you know why? I grew up in that house. if I grew up with good values and good morals and a good head on my shoulders, enough to be like, hey, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. This is what I want, and this is what I don't want. This is good, this is bad. This is, if that house and that man were able to do that for me, and then that's a good man to bring along my, even though, we might have our differences because, of course, he was my dad, and, everybody has their differences with their parents, and, but he was always a good helper, a good provider, a good understander, and I kept my son, there. And his dad would go, call the cops, man. I ain't giving you him back. Take me to court. I don't give a shit. I don't care if I have to, because I was going to school. I was like, I don't care if I have to stop going to school. You ain't taking my son. And at that time, I was taking law school over there at Career Point. I was taking law school because I wanted to fight for my son back. And I was going to law school and everything, man. That shit's hard. That's some shit right there. Like, that's some, like, legal. Being a fucking attorney is hard. That's some hard work. You think it's easy, it's not. The junctions and everything, everything gotta be in a specific platform, to the T. If it ain't right, man, that should get me sent back and denied. So, with all that said, I had to stop going to school, I was even gonna enroll him because Career Point had a daycare there. And, I was gonna enroll him, but I don't know what happened. I don't recall what happened, but somehow he ended up back with his dad. I stopped going to school. I forgot. Oh, my dad was getting out. He got after me because he wanted me home at 11. But like I wanted to go to school and I wanted to work and be out and about, enjoy my life, and go out a couple of on the weekends. He didn't like that. He's like, nah, you gotta be at home at 11 every day. I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna be here, and hell no, I can't do it. Sorry, I'm out of here. And I do respect that he was trying to, what do you call it? Not really control me, but to protect and stabilize it. I think he was doing it all for the good motives.
Like, do it for your own good?
Yeah, doing it for my own good. But me being a growing up teen, or growing up and trying to enjoy life at the same time, it's like, no. And at that time, my son was like 2 years old, and when I had my son, I quit cold turkey, dude, like cold turkey. Once I found out I was pregnant, like that, I quit doing heroin from one day to the next, like that. Just a snap of the finger, I was like, I'm pregnant. Nah, that can't be my pregnancy test. That's full of shit. She's like, you can take another one. I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. Took another one. Oh yeah, man, you're pregnant. I was so happy. So there I go. I was like, God, I made a promise to you. You made a promise to me. So I'm gonna make my promise. Come to see. Sure enough, I quit cold turkey. And I tried it once, but that was like probably like 3 years ago that I tried it. I was like, nah, don't like it. Now I see why I don't like it. I was like, nah. Because at that time I was still in my addiction with this other drug. So at that time I didn't give a fuck about nothing. Dude, partying until freaking next year. On New Year's Day, I was partying to the following year. So I was like that for 2 years, dude. No lie. After I lost my daughter, no lie. I don't even remember sleeping. Like that's how much I was like. I was out of there. I was bad. I mean, I still kept my shit together, but. And I knew and I know that eventually that's going to take a toll, not only on me, but on my body, emotionally, physically, mentally. I know it. I know that. So that's why everybody's like, quit. You say that right now. You say that for the moment. Give me some fucking Adderall. Sure, I will. Shit, give me some Adderall or some Ritalin. Man, you have me quit right there and then. I mean, ask the doctors. I was like, look, you want me to recover? Give me some Ritalin or some Adderall or whatever you call those things. Oh, shit, I'll quit. Real quick. In a heartbeat. Nope, you ain't getting none of those are addictive. Well, so is everything else. Even fucking hamburgers are addicting. Everything's addictive. Me playing with this hanger is addictive. See, I can't put it down. So everybody has their addictive ways.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like have you seen it's called Tourette's, like when somebody's like eh, and it's just a repeated like
Oh, charades?
no Tourette's.
I don't know.
It's a disorder.
Oh, no, I don't know.
It's like when I used to have it a long time ago. I would leave my house and I would have to go back to my house to check if my door was locked. And then I would leave my house and then I would go back to my house because I didn't make sure the door was shut. So I did that 3 times in a row.
Or make sure that the stove was off and stuff like that.
No, it was just a doorknob. I just had to make sure it was locked.
Okay, yeah. Wow. What's it called?
Tourette's.
Tourette's.
And I was like that for a while and then I overcame that. Thank God. I mean, the other day I noticed it. I was doing it at home. I was like, it's a door lock? Let me turn the knob before I close it. So, you know, it was pretty hard. So, long story short, that's my story.
Oh, but do you feel that you've come a long way from?
Oh, yeah.
You've mentioned it before, so it's good though that you feel that way though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's good to say that, you know, that was me back then, you know, but today I'm a different person and just trying to do different.
In my addictive ways, I wouldn't even been here right now. I wouldn't even been like, all right, let me get out of this thing because it's just bad for me. But me, I want to get out of the house for a while because I just start feeling like frustrated. Like,
and you know, this is, and let me take this moment to just say to you, I gotta go pee, but
oh yeah,
let me just, I gotta go pee. Just let me take this moment from what you just said. You know, what I want to say is about again. I don't want to bring it up, but again, from the other day, you know, about what you said. You know, you said, let me just get out of here. You know, I got just do something different, whatever. See, I from the beginning with you, this is what I wanted to establish with you was I don't want to say the word relationship because I really wasn't thinking, you know, that
association relationship,
but some kind of association with you to where you would feel safe, because I told you that from the beginning, somewhere where you could feel safe, somewhere where you knew that you were going to wake up and your shoes were still going to be there, or your belongings were still going to be there, you know, because I'm not that type of person that's just for that, you know, I'm the type of person that wants friendship, but I feel like what happened the other day, I wasn't being a very good friend to you, you know, and even though, you know, I gave into, you know, to go get it, buy it and stuff, that that I shouldn't have. That I feel that once you said I don't want no more, I'm done with it, it's no good, etc., etc. That's when I should have said, I'm with you. I'm on your side. You know what? You're right. Let me just put the shit away, or throw it away, or whatever. But let's just, okay, you don't want none, I'm not gonna have it either. Let me just put it away. And maybe, and if it's still there tomorrow, the next day when you're gone, well then you're gone.
yeah.
And it doesn't involve. See, and I feel that I should have been a better person to you. And I feel like I let you down, and I let myself down. You know, and that's why I told you in that text that I feel ashamed and embarrassed.
You sent me a text. I never got it.
Yeah, that I feel. I asked for forgiveness. I asked you to please forgive me.
I never got that text.
You never did.
No.
And well, you know, look, let me show you real quickly.
That's fucking weird.
And
well, after I talked to you, I had resetted my phone.
oh, that could have been it.
But even at that, I still didn't see no message from you. Because I checked my messages before I because I remember I got off the phone with you and you told me that you sent me a message. So I was looking for it. I didn't even get that little thing on the top of my phone that said, message.
Well, do you want to read it or do you want me to read it to you real quick?
You can read it.
Okay, watch. It was the next day, because that was Sunday. It was Monday morning.
Oh, you sent me that text Monday morning?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, Monday afternoon. It was Monday afternoon.
Why didn't I get it?
I don't know. But this is what it says. It says, I woke up this morning feeling so embarrassed and ashamed of myself for my behavior last night. I offer you my sincere apologies. Thank you for helping me recognize the character defect that was hidden within me. It's a lesson learned and one that I hope I never experience again. You're my angel. You saved me because you did. You made me realize the wrong that I did, you know, and that's something that I don't ever want to do again. You know, I don't ever want to be like that in front of someone that like is trying to get over this trying to get over her own addiction, her own habits, and then here I am, you know, not helping. And I'm not, it's not me. Me is help that person, Ruben. If that person wants to recover, help that person recover. If that person, like for example, let's just say you say, Ruben, I feel like I want to hit that whatever. Um, you know, I want to be that person. So you know what? Let's go see a movie. Let's go get something to eat. Let's just go take a ride. Let's just go do something different. Let's get our mind off of that. Let's go for a walk in the park.
Do a diversion.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I felt like I let you down. And I was afraid, I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. Did you witness it? That's why I was so hard on you and so hard on myself when I said to you, when you put that candy on, I said, this is for me for when I come back. And I said to you, I'm not going to see you again. And that was just, it had really nothing to do on you. It was me feeling ashamed, like.
You thought that I was thinking so negative of you, right?
Yeah.
That was never, you know.
Like you were saying, why the hell do I want to see that guy for? Why do I want to see him for again? If that's all he's gonna do, just hit the pipe. What kind of fucking shit is that? And it's been 18 months.
I believe that a full recovering addict will always be an addict, of course, for the rest of their life. But if an addict doesn't confront their triggers and doesn't confront everything that life has to bring, they're gonna go right back to it. Like, say I go to a party and they're all doing the drug that I used to do, and if I don't prepare myself for that day, I'm gonna fall in right back into my addiction. So now that I'm prepared for it, and I was like, oh, I could do it. I could do it. I can go to a party where they're all doing. That's all they had there. Like, man, I don't want to be here. It's freaking not. That's not even for me. I already did it. I've been there. Why would I want to?
And that's what I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that moment when that first hit was that taste, and that's what drew me. You talk about the trigger, and it drew me into it to where you stopped. I should have stopped, and I did, and it was to where it was. Well, you saw the last of it, it was gone, and it made me sick. It made me sick. I had to go outside and after you left, and then I would just puke my guts out, just puke all that food that we had eaten,
Now we already went over happy hour.
uh, and and so, but and then this was the other one. So I wrote you that, right, and then right after that, this is the song. I sent you two songs, and this is one of them.
Song.
Oh,